A little over a year ago, like more like a year and a half ago, I picked up the Logitech K860 ergonomic keyboard. For years and years, I used the Microsoft MS5000 natural keyboard, whatever they call it. Wanted to get the Logitech one when I saw it come out because of the unifying, let's see if you can focus this closely. That allows you to connect, you know, your mouse and keyboard and several other things, but those are the two main things I was thinking about. And so the Logitech made a lot of sense to me. So fast forward, I've had this thing about a year and a half. We're getting back into the office now, and so I needed to bring a new keyboard back to the office. Several comments on the previous video about the K860 mentioned the Microsoft Sculpt. So I picked one up. So let's open the box. We're going to talk about the ergonomics and the shape and the connectivity, and then usability and price. I've got the box upside down because I am a pro unboxer. I'm so good at this. You know, I've been using this keyboard for a couple of weeks already, so I've got impressions of it, but I kept the original box for reasons that I'll disclose later. Coming out, you've got the keyboard, you've got the tray that lifts it up it lifts it up to the forward position. Then the number pad, this is a significant difference between the K860 and the Sculpt, is the number pad is separate. You got some paperwork in there, nobody cares about that. Moving right along. This, by the way, this super fancy packaging, which I'm okay with, that's a box. But I'm completely guilty of caring about packaging. Put these things side by side here, right? Over here we've got the Logitech K860, and it is, it's got 2 levels of adjustability on the back, right? So you got your 7 degree and your 4 degree for standing or sitting. I like to keep it on the 4 degree when I'm sitting down. The shape on these two keyboards is very similar. You know, the ergonomic idea is that your hands rest at kind of a natural incline angle thing. Then it starts to get somewhat different from there. You've got the keyhole in the middle. Either way, I'm okay with it. Then you start to get very different on these two things. Phone's ringing. Spam risk. Your
car warranty is about to run out.
There's one adjustment on the Microsoft Sculpt as far as the shape goes. That comes with this handy dandy magnetic. Can you see that? Let's see. Let's satisfying click. We've got one angle where your wrists go forward, which I think is, for me, that's like the natural way to do this. Just locked my computer screen. So it seems natural for your wrist to lean kind of forward like that. You know, you can remove this and leave the keyboard flat. If you take the little tray off the bottom of it, I don't like. No, I'm gonna lift this back up because I cannot stand using a keyboard with my wrists all jacked up like that. My hands fit kind of naturally in the home keys position. I can reach everything. It's a very similar layout. The chiclet keys feel good for a typing experience. You know, it's very similar when you come down to kind of how your hands rest on the keyboard. So the ergonomics and the shapes, very similar. The number pad is a different animal altogether. I will say I was pretty excited about this number pad being a separate thing. Said this is really nice for when it's budget season or, you know, it's time to run a lot of numbers. So I like that. I like that part of it. We'll get to more about the typing experience on that in a minute. So that's the ergonomics and the shape. Let's talk about connectivity. The K860 wins hands down in connectivity. So the Microsoft Sculpt comes with its 2.4 gigahertz transceiver, receiver, comes with batteries already. Don't look at my face. Focus on that. You got that thing. Nice little small. I don't know if you can see this. The battery compartment is there where you've got the little spot for the, yeah, so the batteries, it looks cool where the batteries go, but I don't know why that would actually matter to anybody. This little section here is magnetic. I like I like the little magnetic features. I think that's fun. The USB receiver is the only way that the Microsoft keyboard connects. More on that in a minute. As we talked about in the K860 video, the Logi has the Logitech Logi. They just say Logi now. But you know, the Logitech has 1, 2, 3 different machines it can connect to. A little unifying receiver. It also has Bluetooth. So ironically, the thing that kind of turned me on to the Logitech system was the unifying receiver. Now I use Bluetooth on this almost exclusively. There is a spot in the back where, you know, your batteries go and you store your receiver. You know, I can easily switch between 1, 2, and 3 connections. You can't do that with this Sculpt. It only hooks up to one machine at a time. And that's probably not a big deal for most people. Hands down, connectivity goes to K860. Let's talk about usability. K860. I've been using it for 1.5 years. I love it. It never misses a beat. The typing experience is wonderful, and I have only good things to say about it. Microsoft Sculpt. Here's the problem. I type on this, and the keys don't show up on the screen. The letters don't show up on the screen. It's missing letters when I'm typing. It's not me, okay? So maybe the receiver was too far away, I thought at first. I used it for 2 weeks, how do I, don't look at my face. It's right there next to the computer. If I plug it in, I mean, it works, but it misses typing things. If it didn't miss typing, I'd probably keep it, because if I'm going to put it at the office, I'm really only going to use it on one machine at a time. Anyway, not getting all the letters that I type, that's not okay. Oh, here's the other thing. When you go to start typing after your computer's been asleep or you've walked away for a little while, and you hit you got to hit at least once to wake it up, but it just does not wake up. It does not compute. It does not understand. So I feel bad, because I know that there are people who worked hard on designing and building this thing, but it's not good enough. So, you know, this is going to be a little bit of a short comparison, because I'm not going through all the function keys, and it does have a calculator key here. It does have this function switch, which is good. I like a function lock key. That suffices as a function lock key. Delete, insert, home, in, page up, page down stuff is not, I don't like that layout at all. I could probably get used to it, but it, compared to, again, that's the point of this video, compared to the Logitech, which has a proper place for these insert, home, page up, page down, and delete buttons. There's probably a right order to say those in. But anyway, like this is better. This layout is better. Microsoft Sculpt. It was comfortable typing on it, but I say was because I'm sending this back. Like, this doesn't work. But it was comfortable typing on it. My wrist didn't hurt, so that was good. I didn't feel a noticeable difference between the Logitech and the Microsoft Sculpt as far as like my wrist sitting at a natural angle. I guess we'll end this video the same way we started it, but in reverse, which is kind of putting this thing back in the box. I hope that answers your question about the Microsoft Sculpt. I'm sure other people have had some positive stories with it. For me, it's an absolute no-go. Oh yeah, let's talk about the price of these things. K860, $120. Oh, renewed $107. So $120 new on Amazon. MS Sculpt, $60.33. $115 with the mouse. Here's the here's the other thing. I'm gonna get it out of the box for mainly for effect, but back to this thing. You lose this. This is now worthless because you can't connect this thing to anything but this thing, this one. You can't connect, you can't order a replacement, you can't do it to a different one. It's that only. But yeah, the Sculpt's going back. It's no good. It's not. I do not recommend anyone buying it ever. So if you're new here, my name is Michael J. Long. I like to talk about stuff that brings me value, and the K860 has definitely done that. So I'll link to the original K860 video or the long-term review video. I'm not sure which one. I would really appreciate it if you either click the like button, or even more so, if you'd like to see more ramblings, then click the subscribe button. Thanks. See you next time.